Welcome back to Book of Dawn, IOTH Academy. Your host and game master, tormented by gnomes here, joined once again after the break by Crowan, Leg Day, Lemon Kiwi, and Anacra. God, that must have... This has been a chaotic game. I'm here for it.
Avant-garde DMing.
As you would expect from a bunch of 13-somethings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of 13, 14-year-olds. It's going to be chaos. So, in the first half, we did the initiation ceremony for the Codex. And now in the second half, we've done a makeover for Darina Naangren, who is now Alexander's date. Ariana does not have a date and is unbothered, right?
Unbothered.
Okay.
She gets the
Copium?
situation and well, she knows like her she gets the situation. She also doesn't want to like offend Athalor, and she also doesn't want to make that complicated. So she's just being patient.
All right.
During this girl time, probably chatting with Ariana about her date situation just for a quick minute. Ariana, who are you taking?
I'm actually not going to go with anybody.
Oh. Would I know, like, through, like, the circle of clout, if anyone was ever interested in, like, Ariana?
It's the I'm not going to do it. The circle of clout. I don't know, man. Disney bots, they'll jump on you. They are like, I recognize that phrase. Assimilate.
No.
Let's see. So I would allow you to roll an insight check to see if that would work.
Okay.
Oh, it's heading into it now. Damn, no chat orc.
You have not heard through your circle if anybody is aware.
Oh.
Prom's
Are
gonna
you
be
sure about that?
wild. Prom is about to get nutty.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, chat, we're waiting till prom. All right?
Thanks
Trust
for all
me.
the subs, chat.
Oh no.
Thanks for ruining prom.
Well, Ariana, I didn't really want to go with Athalor, so if you want to steal a dance or whatever, I don't know what to expect. I'm really not interested. I was just kind of to dodge cries. So if you want to go, or I mean, we can honestly all hang out. It doesn't have to be, couple thing, but yeah, you can have the dance, the slow dance.
Does Garnet know at this point that Athalor was going to ask Ariana?
Athalor has not shared that information, and Garnet has not specifically eavesdropped.
But I guess I should context. Last episode, when when Garnet apologized to Cries, she said that she had no interest in going with anyone to be like, she didn't want to like belong to a man. Yeah, women power, whatever. And just kind of regrets the whole situation and just didn't want to go with Athalor, but didn't want to split up the friend group was the TLDR of that Cries convo. So this is coming from that of like, she doesn't want to go with Athalor for like being assigned to him.
Oh, I mean, maybe we can see how things go. I don't want to make things awkward for you after the whole Cryas situation happened, and yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
but I'm totally fine going alone.
Well, we can all hang out together. It'll be fine. I'm so excited to see what Darina will shape up to be.
I think she's gonna be really pretty. I think she's gonna be really happy with what we're gonna do. So
it's gonna be so good for the Codex, because if they get prom king and prom queen, the Codex will just blow up. This will be amazing. Maybe we'll get a promotion because we glowed up his date.
Not concerned about that, but that would be a good consequence. Yeah,
it's just a cool looking badge. It's okay. Well, anyway, that's it. That's all.
As long as Darina is happy, that's really all that matters. So, but yeah, I guess Alex needs to be happy too. Yeah, it'll be good. I think it's gonna be really fun.
All right. The days leading up, decorations are strung throughout the Great Hall, which is hosting. There's a special ballroom that is not often used for events. The Great Hall is hosting the other 3 lodges that are all going to be coming here. It's the last big event before everyone moves on from the lodges to the ring. So it's a bit of a to-do. It's usually held here at the Great Hall. Sig Gezeg, the botany teacher, is actually handling most of the decorations. It is, after all, the green Gala. So strings of vines and all sorts of different living plants are being hung from the ceiling. The whole place is just going to have this lush, verdant look to it when everybody walks in. Everyone's busy practicing and preparing their different performances. Athalor has signed up to do performance. Ariana has signed up to do a performance. Has Garnet signed up to do a performance?
Yeah.
Okay. And Alyxander? It's not mandatory.
Nope.
Alyxander has not. All right. The day before the gala is to take place, Renobi passes Ariana a note in class. Hello, fellow cultist. Do you have anyone for the gala? Best of the best.
I knew it. I knew she was gay. I knew it.
Oh, bye.
That too.
Ariana passes a note back that just says, "No, I wasn't planning on going with anyone."
Do you want to? And then in all caps, for the glory of the Codex.
Oh my.
Ariana passes a note back, and it just says, "Go with who?"
I love Ariana so much. It's signed back best of the best.
Renobi takes the note, looks at you, just blank expression, looks at the note, takes another piece of paper, magics it to that note so the note expands in size with prestidigitation, and then just writes "me" and passes it back.
Ariana writes back a note and she goes, "As friends? Question mark?"
Sure.
Oh,
That's some military grade friend zoning right there.
ooh. I don't really know how to respond to this. I would love to go as friends with her, but also I don't want to upset Athalor, but also I don't want to wait to give her an answer. How do I say all of that nicely, coherently? Uh-oh.
Roll for panic attack.
Ariana might actually have a panic attack because she has no idea how to navigate the social situation. She just writes on the note, "Let's hang out at the gala together," and passes it back.
All right. She reads it, she gives you a thumbs up, and then writes down one more thing and passes it over. Besties of the besties.
Oh, that's so cute.
Aww.
Aww. and then she writes back the same thing with a little exclamation point and hands it back.
All right. Excellent. She nods, folds it up, and goes back to paying attention to class.
Bestie zoned.
Character.
All right. The night is upon us, unless anybody had anything that they wanted to do beforehand.
No, not on my part.
All right. Then everybody spends the evening, as the evening draws close, everybody is busily getting themselves dressed up, makeup, hair, the works.
Where's our reference picture? Oh, there it is.
You know what? I think, did I set it up so that I could? I think I did. Yeah. Bam. There we go. Just pulled it up on screen. Thanks again, Beepachu. Prom outfits. Booyah.
Nice.
Yay!
Damn, we got drip.
Oh
We
yeah.
got drip.
All right. Darina looks fantastic. She's got the pixie cut done up. She's got the crystallized flowers. She's got the leaves. She's just covered in like vines and not like twigs and stuff, but lots of plant vibe. Not the same elegant vibe I think that Ariana has with the living plants, but more like I ran through the forest and it just happened to stick in this very good way sort of look. That's more of her feel. That may not have been the intended end product, but that's what she ended up. Not all plants survive contact with the enemy.
You also can't forget, Ariana would have been very excited to wear the headpiece that Athalor gave her.
Mm-hmm.
So she is definitely wearing that to the Green Gala.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Everybody picks up their dates and the lights, all the younger kids are like on lockdown. You are not to leave your dorms. This is 4th year time. Stay the hell where you are. Double the guard. Teachers are wearing their best as everybody starts marching through the halls in this sea of people in all of their finery. And as you get closer to the ballroom, the torches and the lights themselves have been magically colored green as well.
Ooh, wait, guys, before you go in, I have something for you. I've been working on this. I've got corsages and boutonnieres for everybody.
Oh, so awesome!
And because you requested it, well, I guess you didn't request it, but Alex, I thought you'd really appreciate that. They are these beautiful like blue and white flowers put together with like silver ribbons. Codex colors. Here.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Thank you, Ariana. You've really outdone yourself. This is fantastic.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys like them. I just
Wonderful.
thought it was necessary for the fact that we were all going to this Green Gala. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And they are attached where it may be. 1 second. Oh, yeah. There's a free space with no armor. We take those.
All right, you can hear the sounds of music from the hall, and everybody is lined up. And the first thing that everyone does is there's a procession that's going to enter the hall side by side with your dates or with your friend groups as needed.
Alex goes to find Darina, I guess.
No, Darina just pops up beside you pretty easily, super excited. Look at all the colored lights. Are you going to bite anyone's head off while we're here? Because honestly, I could see that.
Well, that will save that question for later.
Save that question for a few years from now.
Ooh, map.
Ooh, man.
Yeah. I'll just give everybody the... Now, I will say, I originally set up this ballroom primarily for ambiance purposes, but depending on how these acts of God go, we'll see if that survives contact.
What? What?
oh no.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and resolve that prediction because the gala is actually happening, damn it.
Let's go.
So Darina finds Alyxander and vice versa. Renobi finds Ariana. Her outfit it's got a couple of different layers to it. She likes a lot of freedom of movement. Her primary form of self-expression is dance. She's not into having like huge, hoop skirts and really things that inhibit movement. But there's several different layers to it so that she's got the freedom of movement, but also this sort of elegance in motion. She's looking around, this whole thing this is fun, right? This is cool. Let's do this. Let's go. How are Athalor and Garnet lining up as they find each other?
Was weighing up if they do the like arm lock thing.
You see, some people are, some people aren't.
Well, if you want to impress all of those Codex guys, I suppose we better act the part.
Okay. I like put my arm kind of like cautiously around his, trying to avoid. Wait, which arm has the armor on it?
I assume the unarmored arm is the one that Athalor will give to you. So Athalor will give you his right arm so that your right arm is free.
Right. Okay. Make sure I don't fall, okay? These heels are really tall.
Well, I should be able to keep you up, I imagine. I'm very impressed with what you did with the wood elf.
Yeah, she looks great.
Oh, yeah, how is she looking?
The wood elf.
She's looking hot, Alex.
She's decked out in Codex colors, and again, it really works with the winter court Holdra thing she's going on. She's got lots of little natural touches. She looks like wind. She looks like movement. It's not like she's billowing all over the place. She just looks like a moment of motion frozen in time.
Damn, okay. All right. Yeah, Alex, I think like, you look fantastic.
Damn.
Internally, damn.
All right. And you can see that the teacher's already in position and that the whole hall is richly appointed with this verdant green carpet and gold filigree on everything and statues on either side. The light reflects off the eyes of these vast golden statues kept in this hall. There's a huge throne at the far end. The music seems to be a few teachers, a few students, and a few instruments that are playing themselves. As the students march in pairs and groups down the main entranceway, the center is sort of dedicated to dancing after the procession is complete. You've got food over to the side, music in the back. And it's just green. There's living trellises of vines hanging. There's curtains of moss. It looks like somebody somehow got a willow tree in here. Not exactly sure how that part worked, but you've got those like dangling green, and it's never quite low enough to be in reach unless you do that thing kids do where you put your hand up and just jump up to bat at it.
The cat maneuver.
Yeah, exactly. But the whole thing is decked out in that regard. As everybody marches in, the music goes. Garnet, roll a dexterity saving throw or an acrobatics check, your choice. You said those heels were tough.
Yeah, the heels are too high.
I did self-cuck there. Okay. Dex,
19. All right. No, you're good. You're fine. You're doing great.
grooving.
You managed to make your way through the procession without any difficulty whatsoever. And there's a couple of tables set up at the very end with chalices. Nobody's really particularly talked about this, but they're passing these chalices to everybody as you go. There's some sort of green, maybe soapstone that they're made of.
Ooh.
And they've got liquid in them, and it doesn't smell like alcohol. But they're passed out. Everybody, you can see like kids doing the whole dip their finger in the thing and then lick it to see what's going on with it. As everybody starts to fill the hall on either side.
During the procession, Athalor would like motion to Garnet towards the throne. Like, is that the end game today?
That's not alcohol. You think they would give us alcohol, Athalor?
No, the throne. He's nodding towards.
Oh. No, I gotta We have that at home. You can go for it though.
Oh yes, we have a throne at home.
What are you trying to be prom king?
I don't even know if that's a thing here, Garnet.
Do we know if that's a thing?
Do you guys want it to be a thing?
Up to you.
All right.
For the codex, let's go.
Best of the best.
True. We must win.
I think we got to give the
Make this a
people.
competition.
I think we got to give the people what they want. Yeah. But you know what? Let's
Prom king.
let's combine this with the performances that are given. It's the top 2 best performances end up.
Okay.
The,
I probably want to go. Maybe go find Cryus. See, say hi.
All right.
Drag Athalor with me. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'll let Athalor like once there's a dance starting, I probably will find Cryus. Not to, just while Athalor goes and dances.
All right. Well, the dance hasn't begun yet. As everybody
around their friend group
as everyone's being handed out. Oh yeah, you can see that. Let's see, where's Renobi? Renobi's floating around here somewhere. We'll get her in here. Santisco is obviously not here. Bye. Poof.
later.
Oh no.
Where did Hennon's floating around here somewhere? There he is. Got him.
Top right.
Yep.
All right. Mid right.
All right. So a lot of you are gathered, and there's a few Codex members who are sort of like following around in a clump. Not necessarily like tagging along with Alex, but they're definitely like following along with Hennon and Cryus and wherever Alex goes, just sort of floating in that same area, being in the vicinity, forming one of those circles of folks. And as the glasses are passed out, maybe it's water, but Enril Untermaler with a huge, enormous chalice steps forward amongst the other teachers and takes his chalice and holds it aloft.
In honor of the Sovereign of Stone, may we honor her death with our lives.
And pours it out onto the floor.
That's ominous.
I thought I was going to look to Alexander and just go like, the best of the best.
Best of the best.
I'm going to step to the side of Athalor to make sure that it doesn't splatter on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's okay. I've got my free hand away from you anyway because of
okay, gotcha. I'm like that.
And as it pours out onto the floor, it evaporates into green sparks that rise up towards the ceiling, filling the entire room from the ground, just filling the air with green motes of sparkling light that float upwards and then cling to the vines and the trees and the bushes that are all growing throughout the upper lattice, making them glow brilliantly when filling the entire chamber with light. And with the appropriate ceremony done, Enril lowers his gauntlet.
Behold, Anacra.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Alec.
Okay. All right. And the party begins in earnest as dancing is now underway. I would like everybody to roll perception checks, please.
Okay. Where's perception? There you are.
And if I could just get a couple of disadvantages
I still
here
have disadvantage.
for... Let's see. Yeah, Garnet, you have disadvantage. So go ahead and roll that again and take the worst of the two.
12.
Okay, so we're going to take the 12.
If I didn't have the consequences of my actions.
Garnet still has like 3 or 4 more.
What? How many have I gone through?
Athalor, you had 1. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and take that there. We're going to take your 12. And then Alexander, there was 1 on the table for anyone. So we're going to go ahead and give that one to you.
For intimidating a day.
Sure, 6.
All right, so the highest we got in the party was a 12.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Athalor and I got that.
Yeah, the two of you got 12s.
It's not great, but
No.
Ariana got a 3, which checks out.
Ariana's looking at the plants like, oh, pretty.
Oh,
I
my
like it.
passive perception is higher. My
You're right though.
So, first off, who's everyone dancing with? Let's start with Alexander.
Yeah, definitely dancing with Darina. Would have
Mhm.
struck up some casual conversation, complimented her, gave her corsage, all that business. Probably asked her to dance. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Yeah, she's super excited for dancing. She's a bard. She loves, music,
Sure.
poetry, expression. It's 100% her thing. Roll a acrobatics or performance check.
Okay.
This
we'll
is
do
the part
performance.
that I would be awful with. Yeah, for dancing.
18.
Ooh.
All right,
Damn,
awesome.
boy's got moves.
Yeah, no, he's.
This is like the best Alexander glow up ever.
She's probably like hard carrying this because she's a bard. And she's probably like very,
Mhm.
very adept in this. But Alex is trying his best to keep up, and she's probably doing an okay job with that
Mhm.
role.
Okay.
Just uninstalled TFT, glowed up, started a cult, danced with my GF.
Stop trying to make gaming a career. It's pathetic.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You notice a handsome and rugged stranger trying to cut in on you in the middle of dance. Not somebody who you saw here
No.
earlier. Not
On
someone
Alex
who's
and
familiar. What
Darina?
was that?
On Alex and Darina?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that she had a
fuck
boyfriend
that.
already.
plot twist. He wants you.
Oh, hey,
Just
Alex,
look
you're looking
over.
in hot today.
Alex look over very calmly, very collected, and say, "Excuse me, can we help you?"
Oh, I don't think you can help, but I think that I can help her.
Can you? And how could you do that? You don't seem like you'd be very good at it.
like to
Exactly
think-
what? What are you implying here? Oi!
Oi, mate.
Not implying anything, but seems like it's kind of struck a chord in you, hasn't it?
Whatever. Vanishes.
I like to think the entire time that conversation was happening, we were doing like the Baron Zemo dance.
Athalor, are you dancing with Garnet at the moment?
Provided Garnet was into it, yeah, Athalor would follow the cues of the ceremony.
Was Garnet going to cut out immediately and go find Cryas, or is she going to dance with Athalor first?
Just as probably like if Athalor wanted to do it, she would, but she's like not stoked about it.
Okay. How does Athalor respond? Are we dancing here?
Yeah, and Athalor's going to try and lead dancing as well.
Okay. Do performance or acrobatics, Athalor, and let's see if there's any disadvantage left in the tank for you or not. No, I think. Oh yeah, nope. You still got one left.
I'm balancing it out and burning an inspo.
All right, done.
And maybe even a lucky to try and get Athalor on his form for a dance.
All right, performance or acrobatics, your choice.
Bam, let's bring out the performance first.
17,
I'll
not
take
bad.
it.
One disadvantage out of the way.
And you got a 15. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. All right. Again, of a not particularly tall stranger wearing a deep forest green robe and very, very light on his feet attempts to cut in on your dance. I'm going to roll a performance check. Curse all of you in your high rolls. He's like moving at about Garnet's speed and just orbiting and rotating around and trying to cut in. And
Athalor does his usual slightly intimidating. She's out of your league, pal.
roll an intimidation check.
Will we burn an inspiration is the question.
An 11, are we or are we not?
Do we have another one? I think we do.
Let's see. I have one. Ariana, our Dark Lord Alexander. Alexander get a date to prom. Another one for me. Snacks. Ariana. Me for making the bird noise. No, I'm afraid that we're all out, my friend.
Lucky dice it is, baby.
All right. Well, we'll burn the lucky dice and we'll do the disadvantage next because disadvantage and lucky dice have a very bad relationship to each other.
Bam. Will it be worse? It's for exactly
The exact same thing.
Damn.
Yeah,
Average
these kids
luck
are
dice.
ruthless, though.
Right?
Yeah, what the?
The disadvantage
Supposed to be
stays,
lucky.
by the way. We're just holding that for the next roll. All right. Look, have you ever danced outside of like a courtroom or your mom's house?
They could be the same thing. And no. Where have you been dancing? In pigsties and farms under the moonlight, maybe with a banjo in the background?
Yeah, nothing like it.
Yeah,
Hey,
she's
Miss,
definitely not your speed.
Miss, let's sprinkle some mud on him and see if he like turns into a slug or recoils or something. Huh? Huh?
Athalor's very confused by this entrant.
No? Whatever. He dips.
I whispered to Athalor, was he trying to be funny?
I think he wished to pay a dowry for you, actually. I think in mud.
Oh. No,
Don't worry,
I
they
can't
didn't
use
offer
that.
enough. I need more mud.
Okay. Deal.
All right. Ariana. Renobi, her whole thing is dance. She's fantastically good at it. How is Ariana on the dance floor?
I have not given thought to this. I feel like Ariana is artistically inclined. You know, she does have a very good eye for what looks good. Obviously, she's very hands-on with like making jewelry and like growing plants and things like that. And she's practiced her performance a lot. So I feel like she would be she'd be like average at dancing. Like she hasn't practiced too much and she hasn't done a lot of it, but she'd be pretty average.
All right, roll acrobatics or performance. Your choice.
I knew this was coming.
That
What
was
is
bust
higher?
of 2 left feet, baby.
Oh, they're both the same. Okay, well, I guess performance it is.
Oh, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Dancing.
Let's go.
All right, again, up to you. And Renobi, a stranger is sort of orbiting on the outside. He's like, hey, don't we have a class together? Yeah, alchemy, because there's definitely some chemistry here.
Are you talking to me?
I don't take alchemy.
What am I don't know. He mutters something in utter disbelief to himself. What languages do you speak, Ariana?
I speak Common and I also speak Alfar.
Okay, you do not recognize whatever it is that he's complaining to himself to. Renobi looks over at him, looks over at you, shrugs.
Renobi, did I just offend that guy? I really couldn't tell who he was talking to.
Let's pretend he never existed.
That's a great idea. Yeah, let's go with that.
All right.
Mhm.
At that point, I need Alyxander and Athalor to roll wisdom saving throws. Actually, I need...
Is this with disadvantage because of the emotional thing?
Actually, it is with disadvantage, but it's negated by the fact that you are an elf.
Pog, but I also have disadvantage from Mama Shimada. Thanks.
So it's a flat roll. You lose your advantage. So I need all of you to roll wisdom saving throws.
Me too?
And yes, all of you to roll wisdom saving throws.
Oh.
Do I still have disadvantage? How many do I have left?
Yeah, I think
Plenty.
You got a trove.
Plenty.
Oh,
You have... Oh, there's only 2 left.
oh wisdom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bam.
So 2 after this, or this is one of the 2?
You have 1 left. Okay,
Yay.
19 from Alexander, 16 from Garnet, 13 from Ariana, and an 8 for Athalor.
Checks out.
All right. So, a strange new melody undercuts the music being played in the orchestra pit. And Athalor, you find it captivating. You find it absolutely enchanting. But it makes you kind of want to flip things over and break stuff.
Trying to mosh pit right now?
Yeah.
Jump in the pit.
Oh my god.
Thusly inspired, what will you do?
I'm like holding onto his arm.
Athol looks over to Garnet. It's like, do you hear that?
Yeah, it's the music.
No. The new music.
Why are you flexing so much? Stop.
Sorry, babe. Can't help my muscles.
Don't call me that. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with the song? You don't like it?
Oh, no. I love it. It's great. Oh, makes me want to
Slowly
move.
lets go of his arm.
more.
What do you want to go do a dance circle or something?
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be over here.
Yeah. Athal's just kind of fighting inside his head right now. It's like, how much decorum can I break? Because they're very much used to this kind of setting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this isn't time for pitting. But I really want to be pitting.
Is there anything that you can do to break this impasse or push it one way or the other, or the rest of your friends?
I think Athalor is going to go up to the tables where they were handing out the chalices and try and just pick one up and drop it. Just like to break something.
Okay. Hennon looks over at you from the dance floor. And just stares for a moment.
Hennon feels it too. Hennon wants to pit.
I'm with this guy.
I'm all about breaking stuff, baby.
No, not at the moment. He really doesn't. That weird music is still playing. You still feel inclined to break stuff.
Athal's just gonna kind of orbit for a second, and then like he'll put his back to one of the pillars, and he's gonna like have his hands basically behind his back, and to anyone close is gonna be like kind of a scratching as like the armor claws kind of scratch against the
Oh, he's just doing minor property damage against the thing.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, good lord.
Another one. I'm already horny for violence.
Mantle of the skies, the sovereign of the skies lends his strength to turn the tide.
And instantly the pillar cracks. Powderized by the whole cans of Athalor.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
the pillar cracks.
Oh no.
We'll go with it. Crack, crack. There's this rush. This adrenaline rush, and your hair blows slightly in an unseen wind, and the music is intensified by this blowing wind, this strange pipe tune that you hear, and the tapping, tap, 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 and then there's a crack, and the crack runs all the way up the pillar. Could I get the other 3 of you to roll perception checks, please?
Uh-oh.
Garnet, you got one more disadvantage in
Yay.
A 16. So Ariana, are you still dancing with Renobi? Is there anything else that you're doing just during the party hangout section of the dance?
Pretty sure I asked Renobi to go get snacks because she and I both enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're eating.
Sweet. The two of you are eating, chatting. Renobi's occasionally just making comments about people who are dorking out over there. So you're off in your own world. Why did Alyxander not notice what was going on?
I think Alexander's at this moment really into, because he's genuinely impressed by Drina's ability for dance. So he's probably trying to like get her to teach him some like new dances or something, just like something that Alex doesn't know. So he's very entranced in learning whatever this new dance is.
Okay, sweet. She's teaching you some Huldra dances. Roll a history check.
Sure. 15.
15. All right. The dance that she's teaching you comes from when the courts of the 4 seasons were first established. 4 Huldra gathered together on the slopes of the mountain Glencroy because the frost giant Snor and his armies were invading their land. And these 4 Huldra danced across the mountain for 4 days and 4 nights, and they chased the spirits, and the spirits chased them. And at the end of those 4 days, each of those 4 made a pact, a bond with a powerful spirit, and they became the first queens of winter, spring, summer, and fall. And by those gifts, they imprisoned Snor in a fissure in the earth and protected their land. So which is how the wood elves live still to this day. So their dance is super, super important to them. And she's from the Winter Court, so she knows some of those specific dances that she's teaching you.
Alex trying really hard not to mess it up. It was such an important dance.
She's like, it's fine. Everyone messes it up at first. Totally. Learning it and messing up is part of the process. All right. Garnet, you notice a crack running up the pillar, and Athalor just sort of like tap, 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 tap.
So is this looking unlike Athalor, or does he look like he's just raging and...
You tell me, Athalor.
Athalor seems to have lost his usual calm demeanor. He's kind of like staring off into the middle distance, but the rhythm continues, and there is a very ostentatious crack above him running up the pillar as if it was pointing down to him like, something's up with this fucker.
I'm probably gonna not like rush, because just bashfully walk fast towards him, like a quick strut towards him. And what's the light like in this room?
Green.
It's a dim. Is it like dim or bright?
Yeah, it's dim for the most part. There's like bright light over the dance floor and dimmer near the edges, where there are caretakers and teachers mingling or just keeping an eye on everything to make sure things don't get out of hand. They don't seem to have noticed the ominous crack in the pillar, though.
I probably like walk over to Athalor, kind of look up the pillar, probably put my hand up the wall and cast my Twilight Tendril, but not making it look like a giant shadow arm, but just like a shadow that runs up the wall to kind of keep it just structurally sound, because I'm just not sure how broken it looks, and kind of, what's wrong with you? Kind of low to Athalor.
Athalor looks up at like the tendrils like, oh, thank you. Did I do that?
Well, this better not break. Is this like a structure beam or something? What are you beating up the building for? What did it do to you?
Not just the building, just the building's better than people. I don't know why, but I feel the inclination for violence. Athalor kind of like he's once again started circling as like stress water. And it's going quite fast now in the hand. It's not it's almost like a whirlpool. One hand is casually destroying a pillar, the other one is making like a watery whirlpool.
Okay, shape water, right? That's what you're using?
Yes.
Run it up those cracks and freeze it. At least that'll buy us some time until it unfreezes after the dance. But stop breaking stuff.
Yep, good idea. Good thinking. Yep. And he's going to attempt to do so. I'm not sure to what degree the music will stop him from doing his regular.
Roll a
shape
wisdom
water.
saving throw
Oh, bloody hell. Here we go.
with disadvantage.
Come on. Shimada. Please don't be a 1. 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 Hooray! Not a 1.
All right. You are able to do the thing with the water, but you're still in a break things and throw things over mood. It's still well, it's more of like a, I don't know what pipes make a techno noise, but you know, someone has them.
So does he like look unwell or like
Roll insight.
should I be concerned?
He's got like he's got like cocaine eyes right now.
Do I have disadvantage or normal?
Have you expunged all your disadvantage? Oh, you have 1 left.
Okay. Insight?
Mm-hmm.
14.
14. Yeah, you can tell there's something up.
Do you need to see the nurse? Did you have something before this? I thought we were. Why would you come here not sober? You're gonna get in so much trouble.
Not sober. We can't drink here. Garnet. He sounds a bit more aggressive than usual.
Mhm.
And by a bit, he's almost openly confrontational about it.
I just figure your shit out. I'm not here to babysit you. I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. The ice seeps into the cracks and expands, straining against the shadowy tendril that is supposed to be keeping it shut. Brontha is a desert country. They don't have a lot of experience with the physical properties of ice. All right. Alyxander is over there dancing, and it is now as they're starting to bring people up for their performances. Who signed up for the first block? The
Given Athalor's current state, I'm going to say second or third.
All right. Is Garnet up first or is Ariana up first?
Can we roll for initiative?
You can roll for initiative. That's fine.
I feel like that's quite literally what we should do.
Yeah, go ahead.
What this roll is for.
Roll for initiative. Winner chooses
boy.
order.
Okay.
12 for Garnet.
Uh-oh.
20 for Ariana.
Nice.
All right. Athalor, why don't you roll in 2 as well? Since we're leaving this up to the heart of the cards.
You.
A 6. Okay. That means, Ariana, you can decide where you fall in the order. Are you first, second, or third amongst this group?
Oh, I feel like Ariana would definitely want to go last. She would
Okay.
be very nervous.
Well, that's for you to decide. Garnet, you get to decide if you go second or first.
Go second. Sorry.
Y'all some dickheads.
I'm so sorry. This is too good. I really want to see post-rage
I
singing.
also very much want to see this.
Okay. Athalor, they are going for you. They're reaching for you, and somebody's in the crowd trying to find you to bring you up to get ready to stage for your next performance.
Athalor's just, he's quite ostentatious wherever he is. He's quite tall compared to most of his students. And of course, he looks very opulent right now. So I don't think there's any chance that he's avoiding whatever caretaker's coming his way.
Okay. You know, the caretaker's going to go ahead and set a hand on you and say, all right, go ahead, and your instrument's all ready for you to go. We've got you going up next.
The music, turn it off.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll see to it, but come with me come with me and we'll drop by the orchestra pit and I'll ask them to turn it off on the way.
On the way, I need to ask my friend something.
All right, well then be quick about it, all right? And the caretaker starts walking in the other direction.
Athalor, maintaining decorum as much as is possible, kind of reapproaches the group of dancers.
Okay. And
Like
snackers.
us? Oh.
Just like, all right. Ariana, when I start, could you do me some dancing lights, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's quite a forceful request, but there's evidently a lot of diplomatic effort going into making it seem less rude.
Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to. Do you have any requests of what it should look like?
Let's go for some nice orange spore-esque things. Definitely thinking like End of Guardians of the Galaxy #1.
Got it.
And so Athalor, as quickly as possible, vacates conversation and moves up. I don't know where the performance area is.
Roll another wisdom saving throw, please. This one with advantage.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
Go on, elves. Go on. Advantage. Wisdom. Back.
An
Oh, yeah,
18.
baby.
Whew.
All right. So the music falls silent. And for a brief moment, you continue to hear a set of panpipes playing somewhere in the crowd. And Inril Untermaler looks up, turns in that direction. The music stops on a weird note.
Athalor's almost very aggressive. He's like pointing into the crowd with a spiked armor finger towards the panpipe.
Mm-hmm. And you hear someone say, "Oh, shit." And the weird, unfamiliar person wearing that deep, dark forest green robe starts scuttling through the exit, stashing a pair of panpipes as he goes.
I have to perform.
And as he goes out and starts running, you see two caretakers pop in around the corner and grab him. His hood comes off and you see a pair of curly horns.
That's no tiefling. It's a space station.
And whoosh, whisked out of sight. Inril seems displeased and walks off to go talk with them.
All right.
And
Where is our performance area on our map, or does it not matter?
It doesn't super matter, but go ahead and where you're standing is a good position for it. Up near the front. Near the throne.
All right. To anyone who's observing, Athalor has a rather large harp here. It's quite ornate, generated by the IOTH guys. It's not one that he bought from home. It's not a personal harp. It's a borrowed, leased harp, I suppose, from the faculty. And he like clicks out a bunch of torches as best he can, trying not to draw as much ire as possible from the faculty as he does so, as he prepares the old drama for this bad boy.
I guess at this point, Ariana would have scouted out like a good place to be able to cast dancing lights from.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she would have gone behind the throne where people like couldn't see her.
Okay, in the FX booth.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Badass.
Also, before Athalor starts performance, kind of go up and give some encouraging words. And be like, Athalor, you're going to do great, and kind of puts a hand on his shoulder and casts guidance on Athalor.
Ah.
Nice.
Ooh.
Pog. I don't know what that does, but Pog?
Plus 1d4 on a roll of your choice, on a skill roll of your choice.
Nice. Sick.
The music stops, the dancing falls to a halt. There's a couple of whispers about what's going on. Who is that intruder who showed up earlier? And given that the music has stopped, and there's now a large harp. Aside from the people who are taking this opportunity to go refresh their punch or get snacks or whatever, Athalor has the room's attention.
Athalor, prestidigitation, like a little brightness on his fingertip, shows up and he kind of puts it to his throat, and he sounds noticeably deeper afterwards, as if he's just elongated his vocal folds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a translated to common Alpha Ode to Luminius. And we're doing it live, baby.
Real song?
Whoa!
Let's go.
Oh, yes. I apologize in advance to everybody. You'll likely recognize the tune, but I didn't have time to make an original song. Okay. And so the hall falls silent. Athalor does his best to gesture to Ariana to begin.
Dancing lights.
Halls of dawn, a bright city they formed, where thoughts were Lord, and matter transformed. Luminous, it fell as thus under the great infernal swarm. Two heroes paired, Lonely and Barrage, they roused to find Anacra awash. Destroyers force from darkest source, found heroes' veil could not be pierced, and back they tread, forces of fell, a plan conceived, beg that forces quell, their seal and bends, heroes torment, would be the crack within the wall to slay the dark. Barrage was far flung, and in his tread cunning trap was sprung. Tales of his death bade load his breath, and thus in rage the curtain swung. Heroes gone, the shining city burned, the hungry dark had claimed all it yearned. The terror struck on realms it stuck, Anacran dawn had been adjourned.
Woo! Best of the best!
Best of the best.
Best of the best. And thus the heart falls silent and the green lamps re-illuminate. And also for subs, I will put a chord and lyric sheet in the sub-only chat for those of you who want it.
Oh, cool.
So, Garnet, you wanted to go second, right?
Yeah.
Well, she has no choice because, I rolled a 20. So.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
I'm not going to make you roll a performance check for that.
Auto nat 20. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a nat 20 right there.
There is a moment of quiet afterwards, and as you look out over the gathered faculty and student body, a few murmurs break through, and the crowd is just parted just enough for you to see Cryas with his mouth slightly ajar, slightly slack-jawed, and about to explode from conflicting emotions. He's very upset, but also deeply moved, and that just makes him more upset. He is, as they say, in his feels. Excellently done. Well done. There's the applause after taking a moment. It goes ahead and breaks across. I am going to have Alexander roll 1d4 just to see how much the guidance would have added to the roll.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Didn't even need it.
Enemies
Well, let's
to
give it a
lovers
3 on
hate
top of
on.
that, too.
No, we'll take
I'll
it.
give it a 3.
All right. The Codex eagerly sort of surrounds Athalor as he comes back off the stage with words of encouragement and such, and the caretakers send for Garnet next.
She's probably
best
like
of the
super
best.
nervous. Just like, oh God, how am I gonna follow this up?
And at that moment,
God.
in your head, Garnet, a voice speaks.
The sorceress and her conspirators, they move.
What do you mean?
They move.
Where? Where?
The hour comes.
What? Can you tell me where, you stupid imp?
They are carried upon the night winds towards the great spire.
Spire? Wait, what is the spire?
It's the central place where all the offices are of the higher ranking.
Oh, where
Teachers.
Untamaler's
Mhm.
place is at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, well, keep an eye on her, okay? Don't get yourself killed.
Watch.
Okay, tell me good luck. I'm about to go do my thing.
The shadows watch you.
That's
I mean, good luck.
thanks, I think. She probably
As-
just like slowly walks up. Just,
right before Garnet's about to walk up, Alex will as well cast a guidance, say, good luck. That Athalor's was hard to follow up, but you got this. He touches Garnet and gives guidance.
Thanks, I think. What do you mean hard to follow up? Okay, never mind.
As
Good job, champ.
Darina, by the way, runs over as you're about to make your way up there, grabs your wrist, puts her hand on your shoulder, and says, if you can make me look this fantastic, then you are going to make that look even better.
Aw.
And she gives you bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Now there's a lot of I walk. Oh, there's so much pressure. Would I happen to have like any ceremonial robes, or like have been able to?
Yeah, you've been
get
able to procure
any?
some for sure.
So I'll probably do a quick change into that. Just like probably like as the curtain, I kind of peek on the other side of the curtain just to like see how many people are there. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's, it's just all your peers that you've grown up with over the last few years. No pressure. What kind of ceremonial robes are we talking? Bronthins? What particular color, cut, etc.? Like
Just whatever that I used to have back then.
Okay, so traditional
I'm sure there was-
Bronthin ceremonial robes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're talking feathers, or at least feather patterns, and they're in these flaming plumages. So the Bronthin colors are fire colors, but they're these rich, like golds and blues and violets, just running from this bright gold all the way through a rich orange to a red, down to this. And the gold, it's like a white gold representing that hottest fire. And they tend to do these curling flame patterns or feather patterns or sunray patterns. So they're pretty bright. They're pretty, I'm not going to say garish. It all flows nicely together, but we're definitely not talking like, sackcloth or Franciscan sort of thing. You've got the fancy robes on. What's your thing?
So I have zero idea what this, like, as in me.
That's fine.
I don't know what the music and all that sounds like, but probably just, and probably look at like my Zalar symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, you have one chance to redeem yourself. Like talking to my hand now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck this up for me.
Is she talking to her hand?
I'm like doing it behind the curtain.
Oh, sorry. Is she talking to her hand? I forgot about the prestidigitation deepness.
He's never going to turn that off.
So probably
for you, Athalor.
Thank you.
Deep breath and confidently walk to the center of the stage, and using a minor illusion, which without verbal or any other component, just maybe these kind of phoenix type of fire looking wings come out from behind me, and I don't know if there'd be some kind of like, I don't know, fan, or I don't know what the dance, if there's like a fan or like a
it's usually an incense censer dance. So if you've ever seen fire dancers who use those bolas with flames on the end of them, that's sort of like the really advanced version, but a lot of it has to do with sensors on chains and doing dance with that, incorporating these coals and this incense and this smoke into the dance, whirling patterns, that sort of thing.
Cool. Then I probably, do this dance, but through each probably trail of my hand, there's kind of using minor illusion to create like a trace of fire, and probably have the Zalar symbol glow, make it all pretty, and use probably these shutters and clouds to maybe make the room a bit darker to kind of amplify the light that is happening and make it maybe like a visual experience with fire. And cross my fingers it fucking works.
That's awesome. So here's what I'm going to say. Do a religion check and a performance check, unless you want to substitute the performance with something else.
What would be my option?
What would you justify? You got to sell me on this.
Okay, religion I can do.
Yeah, religion for one. Basically, two different skills here. Religion for one.
What about like Arcana?
Because it's a display of magic. I would accept that.
Okay. Ooh.
Now, amongst these, you have a D4 that you can spend on one of these, and you have a D6 that you can spend on one of these, and you can use both of them on the same roll if you want.
Okay, and I can lucky dice potentially?
And you can lucky dice, yes.
Okay. So religion first.
17. Gnarly.
Damn, those plus 7s are mad.
Yeah, saving me a lot there. And then Arcana. Okay, I'm happy. I might as well just spend it to probably amplify the magic, I guess.
Okay, well, you have a D4 and a D6. Do you want to spend them both in the same place? You want to? All right. So.
Do I have to tell you before the roll?
No, you can tell me after.
Okay, and then 1d6. So 5, probably add the 2 to the religion and the 3 to the Arcana.
Okay, so a 19 and a 20 on those performances. So it's this traditional Zalorian ritual dance. The green light in the Gala room is replaced by this flickering orange and this golden sunlight of fire and sun as they arc through the air in these beautiful gyres with these phoenix wings burning from her back. It's very impressive. Cyrus, in particular, in the Codex, is just moved by this.
Nice.
Excellently done. But let's see if we have anything from the gallery here.
Oh no.
Oh, deep freeze. A cruel wind flays away all warmth, imprisoning the living in ice.
About that fun.
That sounds not good.
Okay. Alyxander.
Oh, God.
As this performance is going on, you can feel this. Oh, chat, I'm stealing your idea too. I'm stealing your idea.
No, my ice is OP.
Yeah.
You feel this cold in the pit of your stomach. And this numbness extending out to your extremities. This disdain, hatred welling up. Dismissive, judgmental feeling just sort of welling up within you.
Not now, Alex will say internally.
What? She's in your little club now and it matters more than ever before, afraid that the cool kids will judge you?
Yes, it's pretty important if we want to... You lecture me about friends and about what am I going to make of myself? Well, these people are going to help me make something of myself, and it's important to keep it that way.
Roll a persuasion check, Alexander.
All right.
22.
Huge.
Space Herald's a little bitch.
All right.
So if I don't have magic, I can have my wits, my charm, my manipulation. You taught me to think about that, haven't you?
All right, Alexander. I'll bide my time.
That being said, in a completely disconnected sequence of events, the ice has in fact disrupted the structural integrity of that pillar over there. So we're not going to go ahead and flay anybody's soul today, but chat will get their money's worth. If I could get perception checks from Alexander, Athalor, and Ariana as
followed by dexterity saving throws.
By Garnet.
Followed by 10d10 bludgeoning damage for whoever gets caught in
we're
it.
being crushed beneath the entire building collapsing.
Oh, baby, I've got perception of the gods.
I see everything.
I see it all with my elven eyes. What do they see, Legolas? What do they see?
They see the structural integrity of that pillar fading because, fun fact, it's difficult for Garnet to focus on shadows and darkness holding that thing together when she's trying to channel the power of light.
Thanks, Dark Vision.
And so her shadow tendril that she wrapped around the pillar is failing. It's beginning to crack as the ice is, it destabilized it. So you notice that the pillar is going to come down unless something changes.
Athalor will gather the troops. We have a problem.
What is going on?
That's about to come on down.
That meaning, are you pointing toward the pillar?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that pretty visibly damaged one. We can probably blame Versatia, but let's pretend to be concerned for the collective safety of the class.
So you're gonna just let it happen, or
What? That is a great question to figure out what to do.
One of the caretakers taps Ariana on the shoulder. She needs to get ready for her performance. You're up next, by the way. Don't forget. And then walks off.
Oh, well, guys, I don't think there's gonna be a next performance if that thing comes down.
yeah, I should probably tell Untermaler or something.
Untermaler is not in the room at the moment.
True.
Ariana, you deal with the performance. Alex, I might need some help. I have an idea.
Sure. Okay. Alex will turn to Drina and say, "I'll be right back."
Athalor walks on over to what is presumably the damaged pillar on our map. And it's like, right, Alex, you know that good old illusory thing you do?
Sure. Yeah.
Is there any chance you could just make a little copy paste and have me not exist while I stand here?
Have you not exist while you stand there? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's quite important that nobody see this.
Sure. How about this? And Alex will cast invisibility on
Okay.
Athalor.
Athalor wants to try and use the arms of Hadar to wrap the entire thing in aberrant tentacles.
Okay, so
try
the
and keep it
invisibility
together.
spell will drop if you cast a spell.
Yeah, I want the minor illusion to
Okay.
not affect Athalor, but around him.
You're creating an illusion of an empty space.
Got
Yes.
you. Okay, that will. Sure. Try to line it up and cast the illusion.
All right.
The correct angle happens.
And I
so
can
it seems
cast
like
this
it
at
looks
level
there.
2 if need be to have stronger
Mhm.
tentacles.
All right. Do you have to make the choice when you cast the spell?
Yep.
All right. Underneath the illusion, his joints twist and loosen, and tentacles sprout out of his sides and wrap around the pillar. Alexander, roll an Arcana check to manage a very complicated illusion.
Yeah, this is we'll see.
Any chance of some guidance self-in, like,
Guidance is a concentration spell, and he has to concentrate on this other spell at the moment. So
13.
Great. So you better hope nobody inspects that illusion too carefully, because you're not sure you're covering all the various angles. And Athalor, you're holding the pillar. This is a temporary solution.
This is for Ariana to do her thing and for us to GTFO.
So that's the plan, is to do your performances and then let the whole thing collapse?
I mean, it's only one pillar. How bad could it be?
I'm not even there to contest that. So,
Oh boy.
Alex Athalor said he had a plan. Just trust him.
Okay, we're letting it ride. Garnet completes her performance. Your date is nowhere to be seen, literally, actually. And Cyrus is right there suddenly. His dress robes are, you can clearly tell that they're in green colors, but like it's Bronthan inspired, almost like priestly robes, imperfectly pressed, not a single wrinkle to be seen. Every single piece of jewelry, there's a little Zalorian brooch on a chain that's keeping everything pinned up on the collar on the robes. Everything absolutely. He says, Garnet, that was beautiful.
Thank you. And I kind of look him up and down. I'm like, wow, you look fantastic. I haven't seen robes like that for years. This is awesome.
You have to come here. Let's get some snacks. Let's talk. I haven't seen anything like that since I got here. It takes me back home and makes me feel. Do you want anything from the punch bar?
Probably like looking, like do a quick check to see where Athalor is. Don't see him. Get really sad that I don't see actually probably any of my friends, except maybe I don't even know if I see them at all.
Alex just really staring at a pillar. She's like, this is fantastic. I love this pillar.
Like behind like next to like this pillar, and is kind of leaning against it, trying really hard to concentrate on this.
How far is the pillar from the stage area?
All right. We're getting slightly tactical. Let's switch gears here.
Sorry, I just want to know if I see them or not.
No, that's fine.
Where I am. Yeah.
It's a good 45 feet. And there's not all the kids and people who are on here are actually on here. You know, there's a crowd. So you can roll perception if you want at disadvantage because of the crowd and the low light and all that stuff. Actually, not the low light. I don't see them
immediately.
Okay.
I probably don't see them immediately. Get really sad thinking, oh, my friends weren't wowed by that. They didn't even did they watch? And I'm just like, yeah, well, let's get some punch. And I walk over. Well, I do like a change into back to my dress probably and go back.
All right. Cyrus is really excited. He's very polite, leads you over, eager to hang out, somewhat captivated. And Ariana is up next.
So Ariana knows the situation that's going on with the pillar. And she was also trying to get ready for her own performance and is a little sad that she didn't see Garnet in passing. So a lot of things going on at once. But basically, instead of going to kind of the area where the performances are happening, she wants to go to the middle of the floor.
Okay.
Smack dab in the middle of everything. She begins by dimming all of the lights in the hall, because she does have access to control flames.
Okay, so use control flames to lower.
Yep, I'm just
torches.
lowering the light, and then also real fast, because she's probably in the vicinity of the pillar. She's also going to mold earth, so hopefully it sticks itself back together.
Please.
What's the range on that spell?
30 feet.
30 feet. And you wanted to be in the center of the room.
Well, I don't know where this pillar is, but I'm hoping it's at 30 feet.
It's 45 feet from the dead center of the room, but it's like 30.
Crap.
It's 30 feet from. So go ahead and move yourself down into the center of the room. Actually.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's actually just out of range.
Well, then she's gonna, she dimmed the lights so people are adjusting, right? They can't see what's happening, so she's not entirely in position yet. She goes over, she casts Mold Earth real fast.
All right, roll stealth, please.
Oh boy.
Pass about trace.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
21.
Oh.
Subtle.
Sneak.
Subtle. So
So clean.
you just sort of bend out of the way and do Mold Earth. Athalor, you suddenly find yourself in pain as these cosmic tentacles that you're channeling into your uncle's power to summon from your body are crushed in the gaps that they were holding up.
And he tries to retract them as quickly as possible.
Alyxander, you hear the pillar like, and you hear Athalor swearing, and a couple of people look over at you because they're not entirely sure what, if anything, they see. And I'm going to roll a perception check for one of them.
Oh, no.
Oh, nope, that isn't a real dice that actually exists. Ignore that roll.
That's a coin.
Flipping a coin.
9. I'm going to roll with advantage because chat gave me advantage a while ago.
Monka.
Oh, no.
12. You got a 13 on your Arcana. They are looking, they look over, they hear somebody swearing, they look around, they look back at the space where Athalor is. Like, they don't see anything, but there's, like, are their eyes playing tricks on them? What's going on? Alex, as Ariana's prepping her, what do you do?
So the pillar is cracking currently.
Mm-hmm. Well, you hear it like you hear noises. You're not entirely sure what those noises are. Although, yeah, because your illusion has to cover the pillar too. So your own illusion is somewhat blocking it. Roll perception check for me because you can see through your own illusions because you know they're not real.
Yeah. Perception.
18. Okay, you can see that the cracks are filling up and it's actually being magically repaired, and that Athalor's tentacles are getting stuck in it.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh.
Good job. Ow, ow. Ow.
And he's in the process of ending the spell. So in a moment, he's going to be fine, but you've drawn some attention from curious passersby who know there's something weird going on but haven't seen through the illusion.
Okay. And Ariana's about to perform. I think Alex would probably try to he just like call out and to the room.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
The weekend.
The weekend.
The best for last. Please, everyone, give your attention to Ariana.
Roll performance or persuasion with disadvantage to cover the sound of Athalor's swearing. You have advantage if you want to burn it to get rid of the disadvantage.
Yeah, sure.
All right, this is for the coronation of our new Dark Lord Alyxander. Long may he reign.
Fuck.
Performance or
may he
persuasion,
reign.
your choice.
All right, let's go for persuasion. 19.
Damn, Daniel.
All right, that's long enough for Athalor to retract his tentacles back into his body and the spell, and you can cut the illusion as everyone looks over at Ariana. So they're looking at that space. You make your announcement. They turn over. They look back. They see Athalor. Roll deception, Athalor, to act casual.
Can Athalor... Oh, yeah, okay. Deception to act casual. And if he's bad at acting casual, we'll see where we go from there.
Mm-hmm. 12. All right. I think if somebody looked at you and they saw you there a moment ago, they'd be like, "What?" But then they're distracted by the cool shit that Ariana's doing.
Yeah, thanks, Ariana.
Yeah, Ariana hears Alex like call out, and I feel like she would be in tune with what's going on because she has no idea what's happening over there. So she's like, oh, okay, I should probably start. So basically, the lights are dim. She decides to I actually need to look at what I have. She kind of looks down at the ground and she starts to use fog cloud. So there is this, very light amount of fog starting to cover the floor of this hall. And then after a few moments, while everybody is kind of, mesmerized by what's going on there, she starts to grow this enormous flower in the middle of the room. It's got multiple colors to it. It is pink, blue. It's got some purple in there. And you can also see tints of green, like a very dark green as the petals start to grow. And there's also kind of the leaves coming out from beside it as well. You can see some tendrils start to make their way across the floor as this flower continues to bloom. And as it's blooming, you can also see lights from dancing lights come up and kind of start floating around the room. As this flower kind of gets to the point where it is at full bloom, you can see that, from the fog, there's also small amounts of very tiny flame spheres. Very, very small.
Scorching great.
Starting to float around the room. I feel like Ariana has been comfortable enough with control flames to make sure that these are not too hot. They just look very pretty. And because of her project from last year, she also knows how to make them change color. So there's a lot going on right now. And I'm sure I am well past the amount of spells and cantrips I'm even able to expend during this, but she's trying anyway because she really cares about this. She's also casting Silent Image as butterflies start to fly around the room.
Ah,
That's super cool.
Yes.
And the best of the best.
And actually, Alex realizes that he wasn't able to give guidance, but in order to try to enhance this, Alex would try to do his own silent image, just make more of the butterflies or whatever it is that Ariana is making to complement it.
That's so cool.
All right. Awesome. Here's what we're going to do. Ariana, roll for me a Arcana check and a Nature check, unless you want to argue for a different skill.
Okay.
And you have 1 inspiration because you missed the whole mess that happened last time. And also, somebody gave inspiration to the snacks, and I think that you inherit those.
Hog. Okay, yeah, I literally ate them. Okay, I'll do the Arcana check first.
22. Nice.
Damn, Daniel.
And I'm doing an herbalism check with the kit, right?
I'll allow herbalism or nature, your choice.
Oh. I'm going to do nature check.
Would you like to spend
and
a
I'm
point?
going to... yeah.
There we go. A 22 and a 21. That is phenomenal. Excellent. The whole room is mesmerized by what it is that you're doing, and the victory dab goes forth. Yeah, that's really, really cool. It's just this huge display of floating lights and fire and this plant that's alive with light streaming through its veins and changing colors as it passes through the plant. And you get applause in the middle of this one, just as ooh, ah, as it keeps on going piece by piece. And the whole room is captivated. As you end your performances, the room is abuzz with people talking. And the next part of the night is going to be more dancing. There's a break between now and the other performances. Athalor is trying to go seek out Garnet and sees her with this tall, Bronthan gentleman who's sitting, again, perfect posture when he's sitting. And Garnet, it's been a long time since you've talked to anybody from Brontha. How does that feel to you?
she's probably super, super conflicted, probably even getting teary-eyed about the whole experience because she was expecting that to not go well and to probably get betrayed again by Zalar. So, depending on what Cyrus is saying, she's just kind of like doesn't say much because she's still like processing and downloading what just happened. But
Okay.
probably will react differently when Athalor comes in.
All right. Athalor walks over in the middle of this conversation, this very earnest and I'm going to take my second inspiration that chat gave me on this roll. Okay. For making bird noises. Athalor, as you're walking over, Cyrus was in the middle of just talking and listening, and he says, I could just swear I've seen your face somewhere before. I don't know if it was the context of the academy that didn't make it make sense, but there was something about that performance. It just looked like I know you from somewhere.
Yeah, we probably have a class together or something. Is Athalor like walking up at this
Yeah, Athalor's
point?
walking up at this point.
Probably looking at him teary-eyed, but getting more teary-eyed because I thought he wasn't watching. Oh, you're still here. Hey.
I thought it was quite earnest as he leans down. He kind of senses the emotion, so it's a touch more gentle. You did amazing.
Oh, good. So you did watch, right?
I did. I'll explain the visual absence later.
Okay. Cyrus, let's chat later. I have to make sure Athalor's okay. He's been not feeling well as I walk over to Athalor and rub his belly. The punch just doesn't sit well. The gluten, you know, and anyway.
Elves don't do well with punch.
Yeah, talk later.
Roll a deception check, please, Garnet.
Oh, fuck. I'm just
Lucky dice.
I'm just gonna let that rock. She's not very focused on lying. Yeah.
All right, so Athalor and Garnet are reunited. Cyrus is like, all right. Where I want to check in with Alyxander and Ariana. Where is Alyxander? What is he up to as this round of performances end and we go into the next bit of dancing?
I think Alex would have, after the whole pillar fiasco, reconvened with Darina and would have been like, oh, sorry about that. I had to help Athalor with something, but just kind of like just chat to her. And also just like after like checking back in with her, would talk to the other people around, just like casual conversation of just trying to play up like, wow, the performances of the Codex members were like really amazing, right? Like they were like really something. Like just try to really play up the Codex individuals being real cool
and being the best of the best, of course.
Best of the best.
All right, roll a persuasion check for me, please, and then. By the way, when you caught up with Darina, she had like run across the floor to where Ariana was and is just incredibly excited about what she did with the flowers and the butterflies and everything. Just absolutely fanning over it.
Gotcha. That will be a 9.
No, they were shit, actually. Not impressed.
You have one more bit of inspiration. It was originally to help you get a date to prom, but you handled that yourself if you want to spend it.
True. Yes.
Now it's the
and a 9.
It was to be.
All right. So
they were fantastic around. They didn't need any help for recognition.
Ariana, I want to check in with you immediately after your performance. The rest of the Codex, and Darina especially excited, and Renobi very, very impressed. You're sort of surrounded by all this group of new friends to a certain degree who almost are with you faster than your original 4 because Athalor's retrieving Garnet and Alyxander was like finding Darina first. So the rest of the Codex sort of surrounds you and congratulates you and is excited for your performance before anything else.
I think Ariana would be super overwhelmed at this point. Like she's not used to getting this kind of attention. Like she's very comfortable with her group of friends and she likes it that way. So, you know, she would be very polite, you know, she'd be like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. She would take time to at least hear what everybody has to say. But in the back of her mind, she's like, I am tired. And all I want to do right now is talk to like my best friends. So I think after, hearing what people have to say, she would excuse herself and be like, whew, I got to go sit down. I just need a break from everything. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. And again, thank you so much. I'm really glad you guys enjoyed the performance. But then she would walk off and immediately she would be looking for Alyxander, Garnet, and Athalor, but particularly Garnet and Athalor because she would be so excited to find them and just congratulate them on incredible performances. Like,
I think the map regards pretty much where Garnet and I are, like having left behind Cyrus and come over towards the conclusion of the performance.
All right. So the four of you are reuniting, sort of making her. Alexander's weaving his way, trying to get in a word edgewise, but there's a lot of hubbub. It's making it hard for him to be heard. The four of you are just on the cusp of reuniting after a round of very moving performances, and as people are starting to pair off and form dance circles and things, the music rises back up, no longer infused with that note of chaos that was burrowing into Athalor's brain. And flush with the triumph that they've just experienced, our heroes gather together, and then...
Holy, we've had so many today.
Oh my god.
Ride like the wind, immortal speed and alacrity alights upon the favored. And even
we sprint from the party.
Even as our heroes are reveling in their success, high above them, in the air between the lodges and the spire, 3 figures move together, scaling the side of the spire, robed in shadow, with a small flickering imp over one of their shoulders, as Sventisco and her friends move with incredible speed to break into the offices of Inril Untermaler. And when we come back next time, we're going to see how they're doing and what they're up to. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us. This episode was a ton of fun, and we will see you next time.